Lance Stroll has to be one of the biggest disappointments of this season in terms of driver performance. Aston Martin started off the season on an all-time high, running as the clear second fastest team at the start of the season, running right behind the dominant Red Bull. Though Aston Martin's performance has tapered off to being 4th to 5th fastest, falling deep into the midfield in the last 5 to 6 races, Fernando Alonso is single-handedly carrying that team on his back. Fernando is running 4th in the Drivers' Championship, whilst Lance is running 10th, with only 1 point ahead of Gasly and 2 points ahead of Gasly's teammate Esteban Ocon. So technically, if this poor run of form continues, he could finish P12 in the Drivers' Championship at the end of the season, with a points gap of nearly 136 points to his teammate. He is costing Aston Martin huge on their pursuit to solidify a top 4 spot in the Constructors' Championship this year. With his average finishing position being somewhere between P8 and P9, his highest finish of the season was P4 at the Australian Grand Prix and at the Austrian Grand Prix sprint race. At the early stages of the season, his performance was actually decent considering that he just came off a wrist injury from his bike accident. But as the season progressed, where his teammate was always making into Q3 and finishing mostly in the top 5, he's struggling to get that car into Q3 and finish in the points. His downward spiral started to really hit a steep decline since the Miami Grand Prix, where his teammate has 7 podium finishes to his name, basically all of Aston Martin's podium finishes this season, with 3 P2 finishes, and made the most out of the car when it was good. Lance failed to do so. On average, if he had finished P6 in 14 out of the 17 races so far, excluding all the sprint races and 3 main race weekends for an off week or for a reliability related retirements, so far he would have had 112 points to his name, which would have had him P9 in the Drivers' Championship. And that 112 points combined with Fernando's 183 points would have helped Aston Martin to have 295 points, still be closer to P3 in the Constructors' Championship, as Ferrari is at 298 points right now, sitting P3, and nearly 76 points in the lead over McLaren in P4 at the Constructors' Championship instead of the mere 11 points that they are at right now. The 76 points cap would have given the team enough breather to fend off the ever-trailing McLaren. Not just that, Lance Stroll crashed during the qualifying at the Singapore Grand Prix, putting unnecessary financial pressure and workload on the team on a run that wasn't even particularly any good was the peak of it all. And seeing the current trajectory of Aston Martin and McLaren, it's pretty much guaranteed that Aston will lose P4 to McLaren by the end of this weekend at Kota. And that would be the painful thing to swallow considering how they started off this season. And I'm sure it's not doing any good to the team members' morale as well. His recent went out by shoving his engineer in the garage at the Qatar Grand Prix showed that he's equally frustrated with the situation as well. And the surety about his seat at Aston Martin may not be as secure as we had presumed. I've told this before and I'll reiterate, Lance Stroll is not a bad driver. A bad driver will not have a pole position or podium finishes to his name despite how good the car is. Ironic that this year, though the car was good, forget about podium finishes, he never even got a chance to fight for one. But, that put aside, let's get back to the topic. He's not a Mazepin or even a Latifi. He's better than that, but his performance, if it continues like the way it is, he should probably consider hanging up his gloves at the end of the season and making way to a talent that probably deserves that seat more. Because let's be realistic, anyone other than Stroll in that Aston Martin seat would have got grilled to ashes by now by even Aston Martin themselves for these kind of performances. That's what's frustrating about this whole situation, to watch the team trying to make it not seem like a big deal that Lance Stroll is underperforming when it is not just a big but a massive deal. I hope Lance Stroll could find his mojo back and have a good run of results before heading into the winter break, or if this poor performance continues, I think the team should really consider replacing him with another driver who deserves the shot like Felipe Drugovich. So that would be my thoughts and opinion on Lance Stroll, guys. Let me know in the comments on your thoughts and opinion on his lack of form this season. I'm curious to know your thoughts and opinion on it as well. With that being said, I would like to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to the Autobahncast YouTube channel if you haven't already. Also hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications so you get notified when I upload a brand new video. It's me, your boy Autobahncast aka Vinesh, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.